Today we're in beautiful Monti Vista, Colorado, visiting Colorado 4x4 Jeep Rescue League. Join us as we check out their shop, talk to them about their interesting story, and see some amazing older Jeeps. This is Jeepingmo. Okay, so today we're at the Colorado 4x4 Jeep Rescue League with Neil and Tammy, aka Jeep Momma, and they're going to tell us a little bit about their shop, what all they do here.
We're a full fabrication shop. We have a suspension, like alignment rack. We have an RTI ramp. We do anything from mild to wild when it comes to suspension work. Custom built, reproduction stuff, like we bring them back from the dead.
We go out and find
old
beat up Jeeps in the fields, and we find them. Neil fixes them up. We find them forever homes.
So what's probably the oldest Jeep you guys have rescued up to this point?
46 or 7.
Yeah.
47.
47?
47. We had the
No. We did the 42. The Jeep from Bob that we bought.
Okay.
Yeah, so 42, 1942.
Wow.
We did a 69 CJ.
69. Did the Rubicon Trail with that one.
Yeah, we have a lot of YJs, the 80s and 90s, late 80s.
Yep. Yeah, this is a 50.
Yeah. This is one I want, but I want the back. This guy cut the back, but this would be my classic school bus.
Right.
Neil makes fun of me. And you have a school bus too.
I have a school bus too. Absolutely.
4 doors.
Yeah.
School buses rock.
4 doors. Too many doors for a Jeep.
Not many people know that that's actually is a Jeep grill.
That is,
yes.
That is the OG Jeep grill.
I love it. It's a pointy.
Yep.
So we also, the reason you're here today is today was our first ever Colorado 4x4 class and trail ride. We want to create a Jeep community here in the valley.
It was a good class. I think it was a good class, and it was a good ride afterwards too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a great trail. Honestly, I think we picked the perfect trail. You know, for the crowd we had. And,
right.
Right. So.
There, you got to see the elephant rocks.
Not this large, but
you got to see the natural arch.
Yep, Old Woman's Creek.
Yeah, and that area that we were in is where the world, like the Earth's largest earthquake happened 10 million years ago. Or volcano eruption.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. It's been a long day. But so this valley is so full of history and geology history, and it's just in the.
You mentioned something about UFOs in the area.
Yes.
Yes. We have a UFO tower.
Should we get my tinfoil hat? There is actually a little UFO tower too. Some lady built it, but there's a thing called UFO Hill.
Okay.
Here up near Bonanza. Bonanza's an old ghost town here in the valley, but there's a hill there where these UFOs like float across the sky. They're flashing green orbs, and all of a sudden, choop, they just drop behind this hill.
So as the story goes.
So it's well known here that there's lots of UFOs in the valley.
And you were saying this area is pretty rich in Native American history as well?
Yeah, this was actually, we have Window Rock or Natural Arch.
Where we were today.
Yeah, where we were. That was actually the meeting place for the Ute and Apache Indians. The majority of their ceremonies were all performed right there at Window Rock. It's, you know, all of their weddings and funerals.
Right. And the valley is actually considered, this whole valley, we're surrounded by the Rocky Mountains. And this is a flat desert. We're up at about 8,000 feet. But this whole valley is considered sacred land to you. It's very, no blood should be shed here in the valley.
Right, and just so you know, we're in Monti Vista, Colorado.
Right.
Monti Vista,
Yep. And then Elephant Rocks is where they would bury the old Indian, the Native American warriors. And once they were buried, the rocks would
grow up. So that was a like if your soul was strong enough, it would form a rock, and that would.
Okay.
So it's kind of a neat memorial place.
Absolutely.
Memorial area there.
Absolutely.
So it's got a lot of history. I mean, it really is a fascinating place.
Yeah, there's tons of history here.
So Neil, what's your favorite part when you're working on a Jeep? What's your key focus when you're working on one? Everybody's got their favorites.
Yeah, I don't really, honestly, like each Jeep kind of speaks to me. Like You know, like I knew when I bought my J truck what I wanted it to be.
Right.
When we bought our our black YJ, the black and gold YJ, I knew what I wanted it to be. Like when we did Miss Daisy, Miss Daisy was, man, she was a beat up old box in the field, and man, I just saw like the Daisy Duke Jeep sitting there.
Right.
Like I saw it, like I knew 35s and SOA, like this is what this Jeep needs to be, and like I don't even think you saw it. But when we finished it, like everybody that saw that Jeep was like, oh, you know. So I don't know that, I don't know that one, I don't really know that, like there's one thing I'm going to do to every Jeep.
Right.
Every Jeep kind of
let it tell its own story a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, they all have a neat backstory. You know, like I said, this one we bought from a guy, his brother did all the work. You know, and we don't want to change a thing on it. You know, like
right.
I don't feel like there's anything we can do to make this Jeep cooler. We just want to make it do what it's supposed to do.
Right.
You know, and like we have that little black YJ sitting out front. You know, it's a 2.5 4-beater. We did a bunch of suspension work to it, and the thing flexes like a demon. I mean, it'll actually outflex a JKU. But like that Jeep really doesn't need anything else. You know, it's ready to go to a new home right away. So some of them I get emotionally attached to, and we get a little carried away. You know, like my J truck. You know, but I do admire, like, you know, we have friends like Angela, you know, like she doesn't know how to do this, but she'll get underneath there, and then she usually calls me, you know, and sends me a picture of, hey, I took this apart, now I can't get this back together.
Right. It's good to be familiar with what you're driving, no matter what.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
And you got to know your rig.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's it. You know, like I didn't wake up one day and like, you know, somebody pour all this in my ear. You know, I've been doing this for 30 years. So that's a long time to be under the hood of a broke down old piece of rusty crap, you know. So,
right.
But I like I said, we do, you know, I mean, we've got a full machine shop in house with welding fabrication shop. We do body work. We do, but primarily we stick to, you know, early 40s to modern day Jeep.
Okay. Very nice. All right. And Tammy, I know you got a YouTube page as well.
Yep.
Why don't you tell us a little about that?
It's Jeep Momma. It started out, you know, sharing my Jeep life. You know, I was a new Jeeper, and, you know, you can watch me grow as a, you know, Jeep mom, Jeep soccer mom into an off-roading mom. Did the Rubicon Trail. I can.
Yeah, you got some badges most of us want to have,
yeah,
so.
I can wheel with the best of them, and Neil has taught me a lot about wheeling this past year, so I feel like I've really stepped up my game from wheeling those little trails on the East Coast to some of the hardest trails in the country.
Absolutely.
In Arizona and California.
You wheel a school bus well.
Yes.
Yeah.
The school bus is going to be getting one of those stop signs. Fabricate me a little stop sign.
Absolutely.
So, yep. So it's jeepmomma.com is my blog as well.
Okay. Well, check that out. Check out Neil, and check out Colorado 4x4 Jeep Rescue League as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
On Facebook and Instagram.
We have 2 locations of the Jeep Rescue League. We're here in Monti Vista.
And
Terry Gillette is in Sawatch. So there
Colorado.
are 2.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, so but either one, Terry and I are incredibly connected. You know, if you find one, you'll find the other.
All right. All right. Very much appreciated. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming with us.
If you enjoyed this, check out some of our other interviews. I'll see you in one of those videos. I'll leave the information for Colorado 4x4 Jeep Rescue League in the description, as well as Tammy Jeep Momma's YouTube page. There's a lot of good stuff there. So on the next trip, trail, or build in our garage, I'll see you there. This is Jeepingmo.